Sellers. Welcome back to Auto Expert, the channel where we analyze vehicles for individuals, including a mature Caucasian female engineer who truly...
Welcome back to Auto Nexus, the channel where we break down cars for people who actually understand value, engineering, and long-term ownership. If you're into luxury SUVs that don't need loud designs or fake aggression to prove their power, if you care about smooth performance, real craftsmanship, and technology that actually works in daily life, then today's video is exactly for you. Because BMW Alpina has officially revealed what could be one of the most refined luxury SUVs of the next decade. The all-new 2026-2027 BMW Alpina XB10, also expected to be known globally as the Alpina X10. And let me make one thing very clear from the start. This is not just another BMW SUV with special wheels and badges. This is Alpina doing what they do best, taking a BMW platform and quietly transforming it into something far more special, far more balanced, and far more exclusive. Stay with me till the end of this series because we're going to cover everything. Performance, design, interior luxury, technology, ownership cost, pros, cons, and finally answer the real question. Is this SUV actually worth your money? Why the 2026-27 Alpina XB10 is a big deal. To understand why the XB10 matters, you first need to understand Alpina's philosophy. Alpina does not chase lap times. They don't build cars to scream for attention. Their goal is simple: effortless performance with maximum comfort, even at very high speeds. For the XB10, Alpina is expected to take BMW's upcoming X7/X10 platform and completely re-engineer it from the inside out. Under the hood, the XB10 is rumored to feature a newly developed 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8, but this is not the same engine you'll find in regular BMW M models. Alpina reworks the internals, adjusts the turbo setup, fine-tunes the cooling system, and adds mild hybrid assistance for smoother power delivery and better efficiency. The expected output? Over 630 horsepower, with torque comfortably crossing 800 Nm. Those numbers put the XB10 ahead of many performance-focused luxury SUVs. But here's the key difference: how that power is delivered. Instead of aggressive, jerky acceleration, the XB10 focuses on smooth, continuous pull. Power builds quietly, effortlessly, and relentlessly. The 0-100 km/h time is expected to be around 3/8 seconds, which is absolutely insane for a full-size luxury SUV that prioritizes comfort. This is the kind of speed that doesn't scare passengers, it just makes everything else on the road feel slow. Design: quiet confidence, not flash. Now let's talk about design, because this is where Alpina really separates itself. The XB10 doesn't shout. It doesn't need oversized vents or fake aggression. Instead, it demands respect through detail and proportion. At the front, you get a redesigned Alpina kidney grille with active airflow management. It's cleaner, more elegant, and more aerodynamic than standard BMW designs. The headlights are slimmer, likely using laser or advanced LED technology, giving the front a sharp but premium look. The bumper design is smooth and purposeful. Every line exists for airflow, stability, and high-speed comfort, especially on long Autobahn drives. Alpina pays serious attention to aerodynamics, not for track days, but for stability at high cruising speeds. That's a big reason why their cars feel so calm even at speeds where most SUVs start feeling nervous. On the sides, you'll notice the iconic Alpina multi-spoke forged wheels, expected in 22 or even 23 inches. These aren't just for looks. They're lightweight, strong, and paired with custom-developed Michelin or Pirelli tires, tuned specifically for this SUV. At the rear, expect quad exhaust tips, cleanly integrated into a refined bumper. No fake vents, no unnecessary drama, just quiet confidence. Interior, where the XB10 truly shines. Step inside the Alpina XB10, and this is where it completely distances itself from standard BMW luxury SUVs. The cabin is handcrafted, not mass-produced. You get Lavalina leather, one of the finest automotive leathers available. It's softer, more breathable, and ages beautifully over time. Trim options will include real wood, brushed aluminum, and Alpina-exclusive finishes you won't find in normal BMWs. Every stitch, every surface, every button feels intentional. Up front, the new curved display setup combines BMW's next-generation iDrive system with Alpina-specific graphics. The interface is cleaner, smoother, and designed for long drives rather than flashy animations. The system features AI-based learning, advanced voice commands. You get Level 3 ready autonomous driving hardware, meaning the vehicle is prepared for future regulations where hands-off driving becomes legal in certain conditions. The adaptive air suspension uses predictive road scanning to read the surface ahead and adjust before you even feel a bump. There's rear-wheel steering, which makes this large SUV surprisingly easy to maneuver in tight city streets. Alpina-tuned adaptive dampers react in milliseconds, constantly balancing comfort and control. One of the most impressive features is the predictive navigation system. It adjusts suspension, throttle response, and transmission behavior based on upcoming road conditions, corners, elevation changes, and surface quality. The car prepares itself before you reach the road, not after. Safety is another area where the 2026-27 BMW Alpina XB10 sets a very high standard. This SUV is expected to be one of the safest vehicles ever produced by the BMW Group. Alpina doesn't just add safety features for marketing. They focus on systems that actively protect you in real-world driving. You can expect advanced driver assistance features like adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist, which allows the car to handle stop-and-go traffic smoothly on highways. Collision avoidance systems work together with evasive steering support, meaning the car doesn't just warn you. It can actually help steer away from danger when needed. A full 360-degree camera system with 3D visualization makes parking and tight maneuvers much easier, especially considering the size of this SUV. Night vision with pedestrian and animal detection adds another layer of safety during low-light driving, while enhanced blind spot monitoring can actively intervene if you start drifting into another lane. All these systems work quietly in the background. You don't feel overwhelmed by alerts or warnings. The car simply supports you when it matters most. Pricing, where reality hits. Now let's talk about pricing, because this is the point where many people stop and think. The expected global starting price for the 2026-27 BMW Alpina XB10 is likely to be between $155,000 and $165,000 depending on the market and customization options. And yes, that is a lot of money, but pricing only makes sense when you look at what you're actually getting. A BMW X7 M60i comes in much cheaper, but it doesn't offer the handcrafted interior, the long-distance comfort, or the exclusive Alpina tuning. It's more aggressive but not as refined. Compared to rivals like the Mercedes-Maybach GLS, Range Rover SV, or Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, the XB10 sits in a very unique position. It's more driver-focused and engaging than the Maybach, which prioritizes rear-seat luxury above all else. It's more comfortable and usable on long trips than the Cayenne Turbo GT, which is heavily performance-oriented. And it feels more mechanically reliable and understated than many ultra-luxury British SUVs. The XB10 is designed for people who want balance, not extremes. Ownership costs. What you must know. Now let's be honest, this is not a cheap SUV to own. Annual maintenance costs can easily fall between $3,500 to $5,000, depending on your region and driving habits. Alpina-specific parts are more expensive, and service must be done properly to maintain performance and reliability. Insurance costs will also be high due to the vehicle's value and power output. Fuel consumption, even with mild hybrid assistance, will still be heavy, especially in city driving. However, there is an important upside. Alpina vehicles are known for excellent long-term durability, especially when compared to hardcore performance SUVs that push components to their limits. The engine tuning is smoother, the suspension is designed for longevity, and the overall setup is less stressful on the vehicle. Resale value is another strong point. Because Alpina production numbers are limited, these vehicles often hold their value better than expected, and in some cases become more collectible over time. You're not just buying a luxury SUV, you're buying something relatively rare. Pros: what the XB10 does exceptionally well. Let's clearly break down the strengths of the 2026-27 Alpina XB10. First, exceptional performance without sacrificing comfort. This SUV is incredibly fast, yet always calm and controlled. Second, one of the most luxurious interiors in the SUV segment. The materials, craftsmanship, and attention to detail are on another level. Third, technology that genuinely improves daily driving. From predictive suspension to intelligent driver assistance, everything feels purposeful. Fourth, understated and elegant design. This is a vehicle that will age beautifully and never feel outdated or overstyled. Fifth, strong exclusivity and brand prestige. You won't see this SUV at every traffic light, and people who know cars will recognize what it is. And finally, a driving experience that always feels special, whether you're cruising at highway speeds or navigating city streets. Cons, the real downsides. Of course, no vehicle is perfect, and it's important to be realistic. The price is undeniably high. This is not an impulse purchase. It requires serious financial planning. Maintenance and repair costs are not friendly to casual owners. If you're not prepared for premium ownership expenses, this SUV may not be for you. The size can also be a challenge. In crowded cities with tight parking, maneuvering such a large vehicle can sometimes feel stressful, even with rear-wheel steering. And finally, if you're someone who wants a loud, aggressive, track-focused SUV with dramatic exhaust sounds and sharp ride quality, the XB10 may feel too refined for your taste. This SUV is about control, not chaos. Final verdict: should you buy it? Should you purchase the 2026-27 BMW Alpina XB10? For the quickest badge and most vibrant personality, an M model could be a better fit for you. For unadulterated rear seat opulence and prestige, the Maybach GLS could be the option for you. However, if you seek the ideal combination of performance, comfort, technology, craftsmanship, and exclusivity, the Alpina XB10 is in a league of its own. This is an automobile